Welcome to ReligionWinked TV, where my spiritual ears stay. Hey. All right, guys. Welcome to the morning news with Drew. Hey. All right, good morning, everybody. Just some brief news for you this morning. We are going to talk about Jay-Z, the gift and the curse. We're going to talk about Walmart, the website crashing because of PS5. We're going to talk about, this thing called Time Warp on TikTok, which is causing people to look demonic and crazy and all this other stuff. Well, we got a couple of stories to get into. Let me go ahead and share my video. Let's see. Let's go here. Application window. I think it would be that one. Let's see. There we go, guys. We are here. Yay. All right, so let me make it bigger so you guys can see it. There we go. So the first story, good morning, everybody. God bless you. Welcome to the one person listening. So basically, I'm going to be getting up, doing some brief news, just some quick briefing in the morning, things that come down my smartphone or IG or just social media in general. So the first story we're going to get into is Walmart's website crashes just 5 minutes after Sony's PlayStation 5 sale goes live, sparking fury among many gamers trying to buy the console. Now, I always thought these gaming systems are crazy and people are just out here doing the most, right? And it's true. People are probably killing over this PS5 because it seems like I believe Sony is the maker of PS5. Um, just every year you go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and I don't know why America is so consumed with a gaming console. Now I still have a Xbox One, and I don't know, did I get rid of the original PlayStation One? I'm not sure, but either way, here's the article right here, guys. And we are going to just read down some things. Walmart website crashes upon PlayStation 5's release. Now, a lot of people basically, when you're in relationships, I used to date a guy, right? And we used to play James Bond together on Xbox and on PlayStation. Basketball, I used to be, and football. I can play a little football. But I know a lot of people are going out to get a PlayStation 5 to appease their significant other, right? It's like with men, if you give them a PlayStation and whatever their delicacy of choices, a beer, a blunt, a big screen TV, it's like you got a happy kid for the day, right? You know exactly where your man or spouse gonna be, because women play games, the consoles, just as much as men do, right? But I hear a lot of people talking about, I'm going out to get a PlayStation 5, XYZ. They are breaking down the doors. Like I said, people are probably getting attacked over this PS5. But definitely Walmart's website crashed. Nexstar says Walmart's website temporarily crashed on Thursday as the PlayStation 5 released for sale online through the retailer, according to the website Down Detector and multiple users on Twitter. The Walmart Twitter account is busy replying to several customers upset that they were unable to buy the popular holiday item when it released for sale through the retailer at 12 p.m. Many users say they had the item in their cart and were ready to check out, but were unable to process the transaction. So, let me see if I can come in and just show you some of the Twitter tweets that's going on. Good morning to the two people in the chat. How are you? Hey, Native Engine, what's up? Oh, so these game systems is money to trap for parents. Absolutely. I was going to go there with that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me go ahead and share this website, this story, so you guys can see it. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. So basically, we're reading off of 8 News, ABC, and Joey Manna over on Twitter says, I have one in my cart. It will not let me check out. Walmart says, Joey, we had limited quantities and these items sold out quickly due to their popularity. We encourage you to check back later to see if it's available then. Thank you. So there's a lot of disgruntled people. Walmart's trying to get its website up. I'm going to drop this link in the chat so you guys can, view this story on your own. As of 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time, the company's website is back online, but the PS5 is sold out. Do you think Walmart could have did this? Sometimes companies, they always say they have our best interests at heart, but they know how to play the game as well. They know that this will cause a lot of contraction with the people and actually get them riled up. I don't know why, but I just feel like, Walmart may have had something to do with this. And then a lot of people around the world wants a PS5, but what Walmart has is a whole nation of people ready once they get more PS5s online or however they do it, inventory, stock, or whatever. They're going to have a boatload of customers, waiting to get this PS5. Now, I don't know how Walmart is going to go back and track anybody that had it in their cart. Who gets first dibs, or if they have to go through this whole process again with just getting to the website first come, first serve. But Walmart said customers will have the opportunity to buy the console again at 3 p.m., 6 p.m., and 9 p.m. on Thursday. So it's like a little rollout going on right now. No Chill Phil Booster says, that was bull. I hit F5 and N1 screen at 11:59. By the time it loaded at 12, Walmart said they were out of stock. Walmart responds, don't worry, you'll have more chances today to get the PS5. Try back at 3, 6, and 9 on November 12th. All right. So the PlayStation 5 is currently not available for sale in the Walmart stores. I'm sure you probably can get it anywhere else, but I just think it's just a trick of the trade. I like I said, I wouldn't invest any money into it. I would wait until it go on sale or you catch it on Facebook or somewhere. But again, it's a trap for parents to go out and, like Native Engine said, to go out and, just hurt the pockets of the parents. And these companies like Sony and, other big gaming consoles, they know exactly what they're doing. Yep, he says, my sister, 25 years at Walmart, said it was crazy there yesterday. Absolutely. Kind of remind me of, it's not even Thanksgiving yet, but Black Friday, right? So this is the PS5. You guys can check this article out. Report. Good morning, y'all, to the two people. So we're going to move right along. I don't want this to go too long. So the next thing we're going to talk about, guys, let me get my thing back up here. Bear with me. All right. So the next thing we're talking about is don't gain the world to lose your soul. Wisdom better than silver and gold. This is Bob Marley, and I do believe this is his son. Not Stephen, not Kamani. What is his name? I can't remember the young lad's name, but this is a Bible verse right here, guys. You can find this in Mark 8:36. Bob Marley pretty much, gained the whole world with his music, but I never believed and felt that he lost his soul when it comes to God. Yes, you can have riches. Yes, you can have fame. Yes, you can have fortune, but you still have to stay humble and rooted in God. Once your roots come up in the spirituality of God and who God is, that's when you go a whoring in the world and, you become more demonic and display demonic behavior. So it's okay to, have riches. Like, I'm not a poor person over here. I am very spiritually wealthy, okay? And I don't think that the church taught people right when it comes to having riches, because even the Bible says, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? But the church gained a whole lot, right? And I believe the church has lost its soul around the world somewhere. So, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul? Christ is saying. You can find that in Mark 8:36. Bob Marley was a very spiritual man. He didn't do like me and quote Bible verses, but he just spoke the spirituality in his songs. And again, he spoke it where people that was not believers could understand it, I guess. And I'm going to try to adapt that. Instead of saying Mark 8:36, when we having conversation, I'm just going to slide it in there. Well, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Somehow like that. Because I notice when you attach the Bible to a conversation, people run from that, and we don't want people to run back in the world trying to chase the world, clout chase the world, get all this money and energy from the world. And then at the end of the day, they feel like crap when nobody's looking, when the cameras are off. They have a million billion followers and no real relationship with all of those followers, right? The less following you have, the less. God says he'll make, if you're faithful over a little, he'll make you ruler over much, but you still have to stay spiritual with it. A lot of people want to be ruler over much, but they don't want God to rule them once they get the blessings or whatever it is they're seeking. So I'm going to move right on. That's all for that. Snoop Dogg had posted this, and I'm a big Bob Marley fan. I believe that he was one of those lights in the world that the CIA, J. Edgar Hoover, and the American government couldn't deal with. That's why strategically they ended up, killing him with cancer. You people don't think that people can take cancer and kill you with it. If they can take COVID and kill you with it, they can kill you with cancer, leukemia, and any other respiratory bronchial viruses and I will call them just viruses or diseases. So I do believe that you don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than silver and gold, and that's absolutely true, guys. Wisdom will take you a lot further than money will. Wisdom will take you a lot further than selling your soul, believe it or not. So we're going to move on. That's all for that. Now, getting into this time warp scan. Can you guys see this young man on the screen? This is what TikTok is doing. And like I said, I barely want to get on YouTube and Facebook. I'm trying to learn IG, but all these other softwares with filters and all these other applications such as TikTok are becoming demonic to me and very, 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 very scary, because this guy did the time warp scam, and it's called like the time warp split or something like that. But it's allowing people to make themselves look very demonic. And everybody know Beyonce was singing about demon time with Meg Thee Stallion. Tory Lanez was promoting demon time. There's a lot of demonic energy going on in the world. And once America bought TikTok from China, I believe, who ain't never had America's best interests at heart, somehow came up with this software. Let me go ahead and read something to you guys real quick about it. Ninja says, let me go ahead and hold on. I have one question. Why are they pushing these holidays so early anymore? Because it's demonic, it's paganistic. This world knows that it's about to be a shift, a change. This world has done nothing but entrap its people with holiday after holiday after holiday. You got to go out and buy everything. And Ninja, what I be trying to tell people is there's 7 feasts in a holiday that don't call in the Bible, that doesn't cost us anything to celebrate. We won't go broke. If anything, we'll be more enlightened and more enhanced in this world to deal with the abuse of America. Now, I'm not treason or against America, but I believe America is no good for its people. And from January to December, you got 12 months in a year, and every month they find a way to say, oh, go out and buy this. Oh, go out and buy that and celebrate this. And they make so much merchandise to go along with each holiday. Halloween, you get the candy. Valentine's, you get the candy. Then they have all the flag apparel and all the American apparel. And then you get into Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's like when you know the meanings behind the truth behind Black Friday and the truth behind Calvary coming into America and stealing the turkey and the corn and all of this from our ancestors, is like, why do we want to celebrate it? Why do we even want to partake of it? And I think once we as people begin to resist that, we'll be richer, we'll be wealthier, will be less controlled, because there's going to still be some black people or people in our community trying to control everybody, but we won't be as oppressed. We won't be overweight. We won't be running to the doctors, because you got to figure every holiday is surrounded by drinking, eating, candy, spending money, and it's crazy. Very crazy. So you agree with me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take wisdom, cannot eat gold or silver. Absolutely. Oh, it's hard to digest, right? Especially the silver and gold that Paul was talking about when that man was sitting by the pool there, and they was going into the temple. And he's like, help me, help me, help me. Paul says, silver and gold I have none. But that wisdom they were carrying, he was like, I could give you what I got. And unfortunately, people of this day, in these last days, don't want wisdom over worldly wealth. And I did a video one time, Engine. Wealth and riches are not the same. Totally two different things. God says, I give you power to get wealth. Christ says, go sell your riches, because it is hard for a rich man to get to heaven. Excuse me. To get into heaven. It's like a camel going through the eye of a needle. And we all know what a needle looks like and how small the hole is with a sewing needle. But over in Israel, Africa, where I call it, they had tunnels. They had like little caves or entranceway where camels had to get all the way down on their knees and kind of scurry through these tunnels or through these openings. And that's what he was referring to. So yeah, you are absolutely right. I know the meaning of Black Friday and the harvest time meaning. Absolutely. And that's the thing. When we as people, we know it, and it's like, I know you do your part to try to tell other people. I do my part to tell other people. But again, going back to let me see if I could do this. There's some people in this world who sown seeds, but their seeds fell among the thorns, and when the cares of the world came along, they was choked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to refer to Bible, but I'm gonna try to do it without, always seeming so, and it's not offensive, because this is who I am. But when you're talking to people that don't really understand, I want to be clear. There is a Bible passage that says people are out here sowing their seeds, casting their pearls upon swine. It falls on rocky soil. It falls on thorny soil, weeds and tares. The tares choke it up. And then there's people like you and I, Engine, who we got the word of God and it fell on good soil. Thank God we're good soil, right? And the cares of the world, the riches, the fame, the clout, cannot come along and uproot this seed in us. All right, so I appreciate it. I'll take seeds, me too, over gold. Absolutely. Absolutely, because the Bible says that the tares and the wheat shall grow together, right? But when harvest day comes, speaking of harvest day, who do you think gonna be taken up first and burnt in the oven? Like the refiner's gold. You know how you gotta heat gold up to melt it down? Well, the tares are going to be the first ones to be thrown in that fire. Right now, God says, leave the tares where they are. Don't uproot, because when you start plucking up tares, you may pluck up the good wheat, okay? So we got to let the tares stay amongst us, but we know when it's come time for the farmer of all farmers in the dales, when the Lord goes to bring his sheep in, he's going to take the tares first. First shall be last and last shall be first, right? When you go to that parable of the farmer sowing seed with the wheats and the tare, the Bible tells you the enemy came along and saw how good the wheats were growing and sowed some tare seeds along with the wheat seeds. And when the farmer of the real wheat went out to see, he like, the enemy did this. Nobody but the enemy planted bad seeds in this world amongst God's terrorists, right? So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the 3 people watching. Now let me go ahead and read this because this is the only last article. I want to share it so you, oh God. Ooh, I don't know. Pray your mind is right, guys. There's some things demonic we have to know about and look about. But the story, like I said, I was reading a post from Lovely T. If you go over to IG, she explains it more. But I know that when I saw this picture right here, it almost reminded me of Kanye West. Anybody ever remember that picture of Kanye West when he was allegedly under MK Ultra and his eyes was just like, matter of fact, hold on, y'all. If you give me a moment, hold on. I want to show you. Hold on. Kanye. I just want to show y'all this picture. Where is it at? Hold on, guys, 1 second. And this was a couple of years back when I first got on YouTube. I was doing I could just stream it from here. Hold on, let me just stream it from here, guys. I don't gotta download it and upload it and all that stuff. Bear with me. Share. I'm still learning to navigate, guys. I don't want to rush because I'll mess up, and I'd rather just take my time. And all right, so you see this first picture right here? Y'all see this? Y'all see this picture right here? Demonic. That's crazy to me, y'all. Let me see if y'all can actually see. Oh yeah. So y'all see the picture right here. Absolutely. In this one. Wicked. So I'm going to stop sharing that, and then I'm going to come and read you the little article that I was able to pick up. Let's see. How to get split face. It is crazy. And like I said, the enemies of God, the enemies of this world, people who know how, I don't want to say ignorant we are as people, but the Bible said, see, there I go again, the Bible, but that's my word, that's my truth. Be not ignorant of Satan's devices. You don't think Facebook with all these apps, see how you look 100 years from now, play this game to see who you love, see how, if you know all those apps on Facebook, those face recognition games, and man, listen, Satan is gaining advantage on us, y'all. And it's who fault is it? We're attracted to social media. Every new app they come out with, you got to run out and go download it. And then you're doing this where your children have more access to the internet than anything. So let's go ahead and read this. So basically, time warp split scan effect. I just don't want you guys to get caught up in this. I want you aware. Just like when I was a Christian, and I've been out since 2014, April 2014, the Lord released me from Christianity. I did not need a pastor to release me. I went to the Lord, I prayed, I saw him, I humbled myself, I turned from my wicked ways, which Christianity has a lot of wickedness in it, and I'm still here, y'all. But when I started coming out of Christianity, I started realizing, like, wait a minute, a whole lot of this stuff is not godly. A whole lot of this stuff don't line up to God's people. All of this stuff you don't even need. All you need to do is believe. Peter said in Acts 5, if you just believe in the Lord, you get the Holy Spirit. So all this paid $99.95, all of this hoop hollering, 55 Hail Marys and all that stuff is ritualistic. And it's far from what God really wanted from us. But it's affecting your children. Your children have more access to these than you do. Because most parents, either you work from home, you work all day long, you gotta cook, you gotta do this. And most parents I know sit the kid down in front of the television or the tablets or the cell phones and let them go on about their day. But it's affecting our children. So look at this right here, guys. The time warp effect was one of the original effects available on TikTok. There is a new effect that uses the same principle but allows people to be a bit more creative. How creative? Changing yourself to be demonic, like the young man we saw on the screen prior to Kanye, right? There is a bit of a debate going on about what the effect is called. Yeah, the debate, the shit is demonic. I'm sorry. It would be a debate because nobody know what to call this damn app that makes you your eyes, your body shape. It contorts like a contortionist. It distorts your body, your face, your eyes. It's demonic. That's the only that if you're gonna debate what it's called, call it demonic. Some people call it the time warp scan effect, while others call it the split scan effect. These effects have been going viral on TikTok recently. However, if you want to get either the time warp scan effect or the split scan effect, you are going to have to scurry over to Instagram to get it, okay? That's why I say when it comes to social media, I want to be on all platforms, but it's just wicked to me. You got to govern your heart and govern your spirit. You can't let everything in. And when we do talk about stuff like this, I'm sure all of us prayed and asked God for protection. Matter of fact, there's a word out there that says, put on the mind of Christ. And if you wake up every day, go to bed with the mind of Christ on, you're going to think like a man. Unlike Steve Harvey, you will think like Christ. You know what I'm saying? Put on the whole armor of salvation. I meant the whole armor of God. So if you have the mind of Christ on and then you put on that helmet, like I like fedora hats, I like all kinds of hats. I'm a hat lady and I'm a wig hat, wig wearer, but I like to cover my head because this is our crown, right? If you deal with chakras. And yesterday we did the video with Kiki and her mama told her that the afro is there pointing up to God, for respect or a sign that God is some, I can't really remember. And I'm like, that makes sense. Our hair is our glory, whether it's long, short, or whatever, but the crown, we're receiving. God is tapping into us. It's the mind the devil wants to destroy. So the more layers of God you put on, the more you vibrate in your crown, the more you respect your natural hair, long, short, thin, and bald, edges, none. It doesn't matter. It's your glory. And this is where I believe we receive most of the Holy Spirit. I mean, because the devil want to destroy your mind. That's why China sold TikTok to America. And I told you, America, you will go out and fight and die for America, but America will not fight and die for you not to be demonic with all these applications. America is more against its people than it is for its people. Anyway, it goes on to say, these effects have been going viral on TikTok recently. However, if you want to get either the time warp scan effect or the split scan effect, you are going to have to scurry over to IG. In this guide, we will discuss how you can get the time warp scan effect and share some of the most creative uses of this awesome effect. To some people, it's awesome to see demons running around with filters and stuff, right? Let's get into it. No, let's not get into it. We're going to stop right there. I'm not going to share this link. You guys can go over and check out whatever you want to check out for yourself, but I'm just not going to go there with these people. I want you aware so you know how they're coming at us. Let me read the comments. Yep, all bad weeds get picked last. Absolutely. So true. I do, and his eyes trick my niece to buy them. Oh, yeah. No, I mean that's persuasion. The devil ain't gonna come right out and say, "Oh, you better serve me." So what he'll do in the midst of Christianity and oppression is tell you that some fat white man named Saint Nick gonna come down your chimney and serve you some presents. But we all know Saint Nick in the old English over there used to put sugar in the boots, or the kids used to put sugar in the boots for the horse when it's demonic. But there's a story out, and I did the research on it. Saint Nick, from the Roman descent, used to go around and exchange sugar for his horse and a boot for toys or something like that. But I did a video. If you take Santa, Santa, and switch the words around, the letters around, is Satan, Satan. Same letters. One night I told y'all about 3 years ago, 4 years now, I was kind of woken up out my sleep. I was the avid Christmas decorator. Santa stops here, stuff outside, stuff inside, trees everywhere I could put them, decorations. And one day the Lord woke me up and was like, go get that sign outside from your house. I said, for what? Santa coming. Like, he said, go outside. So, I'm rubbing my eyes. I get outside. It's snowing. And it's like Satan popped out. You know them little red signs you stick in your little yard or you have on your porch or whatever? It's like Satan said, Satan coming tonight. And no, the hell, I hurried up and went back in my house, shut my door. And the next day I threw that sign away. And I stopped putting those kind of signs outside my house. There's some truth to it. The greatest trick Satan ever did to make you think he didn't exist. So now, if he don't exist, why all the demonic, right? Because he exists as Santa Claus. He exists as the Easter Bunny. He exists as, like I said, all these paganistic ways and teachings away from God that many of us have found ourselves on the broad road instead of the narrow road. That's how he exists. Many of us went to church, had positions in church, but never had a place for God in our heart. It was always about pleasing the pastor, pleasing people, doing this, that, and the third. Till one day I got real serious and said, I'm going to church and I'm going to take the Lord with me when I go. And I started getting up, approaching church like that. The devil will come at you right in church. January 15th, 2006. Well, if you go to January, whoa. It was January, 2006. I fell in church one Sunday. Prior to that, the week before, Pastor Trey said, the devil is the prince of the air. And I remember sitting right in church, y'all, and I mumbled. I said, the devil messed with me in church. I'm going to whoop his damn ass. I'm being honest. I kind of mumbled that to myself. The next Sunday, I get up because I was supposed to lead the children's church, and I thought I heard all this commotion. I'm like, who's leading children's church? My nosy ass get up to go look. I fell right in church. I said, oh, shoot, what the hell? And I had to fight for my life that day, y'all. I did not deal with embarrassment well because I was misdignified in church, dressed nice, had a decent family coming with me to church. We was there every Sunday, part of every committee, whatever. When I fell, I heard the Lord say, you better not abort my mission. I'm like, what mission is this? I just fell. And when things happen so fast in the spirit, y'all. It was like the church floor opened up. I heard angels singing, swing low, sweet chariot. The devil was like, I got you now. I didn't deal with embarrassment good. I didn't deal with fear really good back then. I was still kind of, skeptical about dealing with the devil, and because church don't teach you. Just teach you Jesus love you. Jesus dealt with an enemy in the Bible. And if you don't know who the enemy is, you're going to keep losing your battles. So I went home that day. I wrote an 8-chapter book first it was called Trip Right in the Church by the Damn Devil. But then it's called The Chronicles of Falling from Grace, The Falls of the Bible, and Some of My Own. Christianity said we all have fallen short from the glory of the Lord. Galatians 5:4 talks about falling from grace. And from there, when I got up, my sister called it. She said, I got up higher in the Lord. I didn't understand it then, but I do understand it now. The devil is real. He is the prince of the air. Matter of fact, Christ says, now is time for judgment, for me to cast out the prince of the air to outer darkness. I don't know how he got up in that church that Sunday to trip me, cause me to fall. I said, whatever caused me to fall. It could have been my pink stilettos I had on. You know how your heel get caught in the rug sometime? It could have been Satan tripping me, but I took that experience, which was unlikely for most of y'all, and turned it into a blessing for me. I wrote about that stuff. And I thought about all the falls in the world. If it wasn't for Satan, Lucifer falling from heaven, I said mankind been falling to that ever since. We've been falling. So I remember calling a news reporter locally here, and I was explaining to her, because she does previews on people who wrote books, and sometimes you can get aired on the television. And I remember speaking to Miss Elaine, and she said, you know what? It sounds like that fallen church was symbolic to all your other falls. And I started thinking about all the times I fell in my life. Right? And I put it in the book. Don't let this devil steal your blessing. What God has for you is for you. But if you don't know who you're up against, just like a boxer, Mike Tyson, and we grew up with him down here near Catskill, New York. Mike Tyson never went to fight an opponent without studying his opponent and all the fights his opponent had probably prior to him getting in the ring with his opponent. Tom Brady never went out there without stealing somebody's damn playbook. No, let me stop. Tom Brady never. I'm a Peyton Manning fan, so let me just keep it real. Peyton Manning never went out there to fight Tom Brady on that field without studying the playbook or the plays of Tom Brady and the Patriots. Kobe never went on that court to take on anybody without studying. And this is the thing. You get afraid. You like, oh, the devil. Here come the devil. No, I didn't want to mention the devil's name. But when I realized it wasn't God punishing me for my bad behavior, it was the devil trying to keep me from the blessings of God, I had to learn who this person was and why he kept messing with me. Because there's a seed in you. And he know once you plant that right seed, it's a wrap for him and his kingdom. He know if God could get as many people to plant the right seed, his kingdom is done with. Right? All right, so we only got a couple more stories to go through here, guys. I do believe, let me go ahead and share here. I do believe we're done with the articles, reading the articles. So yeah, don't get caught up in this time warp over here. It's bogus and BS. Hopefully, Jay-Z, yes, the gift and the curse. Is that not biblical? The blessing and the curse, Deuteronomy 28. See, I told y'all a long time ago, I listened to a little rap. Jay-Z was singing Lucifer, Son of the Morning. And as I started learning God and, church and stuff, it always dawned on me, Jay-Z don't go to church, but how he know about Lucifer, Son of the Morning? And then when you start studying Jay-Z and you start seeing him throw up the Rock Nation sign and his pinky and all this other stuff and looking into the camera like he's signifying his Lord and Savior. I'm out here. I'm trapping them. I'm right now about to drop an album called The Blessing and the Curse. No, this is biblical. The blessing and the curse been out way before Jay-Z said, shake the dust off of you. No, Christ said, when you go into a city and they reject you, they don't like you, they don't want to be bothered with you, you pack, you ain't even go with nothing. He said, don't take nothing with you when you go. He said, you shake the dust off your feet, turn and I will remove my glory from that place. I've turned from a lot of places and seen the glory of God leave that place. And that's the position you got to get into. Because it's people like Jay-Z and Beyonce who hang with witches in Hollywood, and they steady coming out here mocking God. Remember, God said, be not deceived. I shall not be mocked. What you sow to the flesh, you're going to reap corruption. If you sow to the spirit, you're going to reap everlasting life. Jay-Z been sowing to the flesh for a pretty long time now. He been sowing to the wicked, demonic things of this world. He don't bow down to God. He don't worship God. But many of you out there are following Jay-Z and his wickedness. When I saw this morning, I'm like, oh, he called it the gift and the curse. No, it's the blessing. God said, hearken unto my voice this day. He said, Moses, you tell them, hearken unto my voice this day. Deuteronomy 28:1. They shall be blessed. He said, but if not, over there in 28:15, he said, this is the curse. And unfortunately, Black people, people of the Bible, the descendants thereof, some of us are still under the curse. And you got Jay-Z out here singing about it. If Jay-Z know about the blessing and the curse, it would behoove him, Hove, to get on the right side of the Lord, right? And teach the people the right thing. But this is an enemy of God. See, Satan disguises himself even in people you can relate to. Yeah, he came from Mercy Projects. I never grew up in the projects. I would run away and go hang out at my cousin's house and stuff. But my mom, she never raised us in the projects. We always been out the projects. But so, Jay-Z came from the hood like most of us. And he know that he can win a lot of the young people. Just like Cardi B with her WAP. Yeah, it's okay to have a wet and gushy, but when you out here, you got men, women, Black, young, old, all of this, and you hanging out with Joe Biden, and I don't support either candidate, it's going to look like to the rest of the world, let's follow Cardi B. Let's go with Biden. That's the influence the devil have on some people, and they don't even realize they being used by the devil. But Jay-Z, my spirit know he know the truth. Because when you go over to Isaiah 14 and 2, when you go over to Isaiah 12, 14, wait, chapter 14, this what it say. And you can't tell me this man ain't have his hands on this Bible. You can't tell me this man ain't know a little something. It's 12 or 14. Hold on, guys, real quick. I'm there. I'm in Isaiah. Real quick. It's got to be 14. Chapter 14, verse 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? He got it right from the Bible. Like a lot of his stuff, he's getting from the Bible, but he is switching it up on the people. So you don't serve God, you serve him, and you serve the devil. Real quick. How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? See, it was a man named Satan that went through the world at one point. When you have nations such as the 12 tribes, nations of Africa, this is nations they're talking about. He destroyed people. We used to be called nations at that time, tribes at that time. So listen, 13 says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. And you didn't think Jay-Z had this mentality when he first started out his empire in Brooklyn, New York? 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High God. And he calls himself Jehovah, Yehovah, like, come on, people, mocking God. So 15 says, yet shall thou be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. 16 says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? These people reading this Bible, but yet they're not out here on a crusade for God. They're out here trying to destroy the kingdom of God. If God sent a ruler with a rod and a staff of iron to set up kingdoms in the earth, you don't think the devil gonna come along to try to destroy those kingdoms? So y'all, Jay-Z is wicked to me, been wicked, never trusted him, never liked him. His look is demonic. I'm sorry, Beyonce, for talking about your husband, but I ain't sorry because you've been down with this stuff since ho, riding on the highway. Oh, you know that song, Bonnie and Clyde? Carrying right along. How's your relationship grown with God? This is what the Shade Room wants to know, and I want to know it too. Has it grown has it grown any hanging out with me for the last 3 years? Mine's has. Oh my God. Whew. I just got to tell y'all, okay, hold on. Has your relationship grown with God? And if it hasn't, let me just encourage you right now. All things work together for good. Those who are called according to God's purpose. I don't care what you're going through. You could get through it better with God than you can without God. All things are possible with God. There's no impossibilities. Whatever your struggle is this morning, I'm here to tell you, God can make a way. He says, my thoughts are higher than yours. My ways are higher than yours. The thoughts I have towards you people are good, not evil. And I know you're expected in. This cat right here, know you're expected in too. And it's to draw you away from God. You don't think Lucifer got generals and tenants and people done signed off and signed on to this wicked way of living to be successful, to be rich? Because if God says, I give you power to get wealth, you don't have to trample on other people to get where you got to go. You don't have to sign on a dotted line, no contract with your blood, writing your blood on a dotted line. You don't have to do any of that. But this is what they show you. This is what they do. So has your relationship grown? Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. 3 people watching. Thank you so much. All right, so let's just go back here. We're almost done, guys. I appreciate you. Now, I saw this. Snoop Dogg, he got a book, right, called In His Hand, Talking to Goats. Jordan is on there, Kobe's on there, Tiger Woods. You can see where Jordan is right here, where it says down here by the guy's face. Well, I happen to just look at this, and I'm like talking to the goats. And I say, yep, we sipping on all the tea we can with no shade, because we talking everything up to Yahweh. Why? Because my spiritual ears stay, right? So when I seen talking to goats, I'm like, yeah, God over all things. That's the goat I'm talking to today. Can I get a so be it in the temple today? Can we just lift up the name of the Lord today? Can we begin to direct our conversations strategically to God? Because even Snoop gave me the impression that he put men before God, even though he went on this spiritual journey and started loving Bob Marley and all this other stuff. People still bow down to the greatness of man and not the greatness and the wonder, the awesome wonder of God. So if you're going to talk to anybody today, especially the GOAT, talk to God over all things. Can you hashtag GOAT for me in my chat, please? Can y'all just get on board? It's fun. It's nothing uh deadly about God. You can have just as much fun in life on the narrow road, even life more abundantly than you can on the broad road. See, these cats to me are still on the broad road. Now, the book may be good because everybody wants to be a millionaire. Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to have that Kobe Bryant success, hard work and determination. And even Kobe went to the Catholic Church out there before he died. Even Kobe attended somebody's church. That's still the synagogue of Satan, but he still attended. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, people. But the GOAT is God over all things. I struggle with that T. I had the GOA because, spiritually, you just open to words, or you're open to acronyms, and you could, like, I make up things. I could do things like that. I could just look at a word and make it my own word. Everybody want to be the GOAT. Everybody talking to the GOAT. Well, I'm going to encourage you today to talk to God over all things. And we all may see the light at the end of the tunnel in these dark days, in these dark times, right? So get with the GOAT, y'all. Yeah, we can honor people, we can respect people, but once you start to put people on a pedestal, once you start to idolize people, once you start to worship people over God, you have a problem, and I don't want you to have a problem, okay? Moving right along, and this is the last thing, and it's fun, guys. Have fun with it. Hood Family Feud, Credit King over there, Joe 93, is basically name something a broke ninja always got. Anybody want to take a shot at it? We can end it right here. You guys can put what you think broke people have. I'm going to go ahead and start playing some music and wrap it up, and we'll be done. Under an hour, thank God. I didn't mean to keep you guys long. What's one thing? You know what? I live in the hood, and there's some broke people. But every time I look around, they got a damn blunt in their mouth. How the hell you always got weed and you talking about you broke? Can we keep it real on this channel, yo? Seriously. New pair of sneakers, but you broke. Rockaware gear, but you broke. Peanut without the butter, right? Yeah, you broke. Ham without the burger, right? Yeah. Come on, y'all. Have some fun in the comments. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Guys, I just want to say grand rising to y'all. It's been good. Look out for these little teachings every morning to the best of my faith's ability. Thank you guys for coming to my page, all right? Let's go ahead, get a little eat a grub on. I'm still drinking my coffee. Have a good time, y'all. There's nothing burdensome about the Lord. The burden is in the world, and the proof is in the pudding. At this point, I'm done pointing the finger and blaming people. Who's responsible for us being ignorant? Who's responsible for us being oppressed? Who's responsible for another race dictating what we do? Who's responsible? Who's responsible? Hey, I like this beat, y'all. Y'all can find this in the free music library on YouTube, the audio library. They have a lot of free music you can use in your videos without getting copyright strikes. I know all too well. I got 13 on one video right now, but I refuse to take it down, and they can get the money, but it's a good video. I was playing small clips for birthday shout outs, but they didn't strike my channel. My channel's not struck. It's just they had that claim. It's all good. So when the music go off, the video's going to end. You know, I like to say I mind my business, so your business don't mind me. Well,
the people business alone. The people business and I your home. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I said believe people business alone.
So what you could do for me, guys, is please subscribe to my channel, share, like, support this channel just by clicking a view. And hopefully we can do this again on a next upload, live, and or premiere.
Let's do it again.
All right, and with that being said, shalom, everybody. Have a good day. God bless you, and I will talk to you guys later. Oh, it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't. And I think it was a very good live for me. I'm getting much better, so let's drop some bombs. You guys are free to go. Thank you for sipping tea with me. Thank you for holding me down this morning. I appreciate the 2 people, 3 people, 4 people that came in. Remember, spiritually, where 2 or 3 are gathered. See, the world said you need millions of people to follow you, but where 2 or 3 are gathered, you could do more damage with 2 people, 3 people touching and agreeing than you can with 1,000,000 demons sitting somewhere following somebody not on the same accord. Shalom. Peace.